Howdy there, beautiful people. Spencer Wood, the real estate cowboy, and my dog Chili, reporting live from 461 School Street here in the Perkins Plantation, an unorganized township right outside of Weld, Maine. As you can see here, we got a paved, maintained road. This is going to be plowed, taken care of year round. As you can see above us here as well, we got power that's going down to the lot. From where we sit right now, we're probably less than a mile away from the town of Weld, and probably 5 minutes away from Webb Lake, Mount Blue State Park, and some other really fun recreational outdoor activities here in this area. We're only about 20 minutes away from Farmington, which will be the town that'll have a little regional hospital, Walmart, lumber stores, anything that you could need to do bigger and better stuff here on site. As we move our way down the driveway of 461 School Street here in the Perkins Plantation, now we have a nice gate right here that leads down essentially into the valley, where we have an old unmaintained camp, but a good footprint and layout for somebody that's looking to renovate or grandfather in to be nice and close to Alder Brook and Bowley Brook that come through here. Again, power up above us. And you'll notice as we keep walking down towards the lot, things drop off into the valley here where Bowley Brook is. So imagine kind of on both left and right sides of the property, it's kind of sloping down into the valley floor, which is where a majority of this 19.71 acres is. So working our way down the driveway right now, just taking a quick stop so you can see from an up above look here of what the old camp looks like. You can see a little bit of Bowley Brook in the background kind of working through. There's actually a little island that the brook kind of cuts out that we're looking at over there. So there's two places where the water kind of comes nice and close to the property here. Couple quick notes about unorganized territories. So Perkins Plantation is an unorganized territory, which means there's no municipalities, there's no local police or fire department. So you're dealing with, state police, county stuff, and some other local fire departments and things like that, Farmington, those areas. It also means that there's cheap taxes out here. We're looking at about $650 a year in annual property taxes. So really cheap, really quiet out here as well. And you can see the big fifth wheel camper down there that's actually hooked up and using the electric that was going to the camp in the past. So really quiet, private place here. Not too many rules out in these unorganized areas. And this would actually be regulated by the state of Maine, the Land Use Planning Commission. So if you guys are interested in getting a little bit more info on building permits and that sort of stuff, feel free to reach out to us and we can explain a little bit more on how you interact with Maine's Land Use Planning Commission. As we're getting a little bit further down the driveway here, you'll notice the power comes right overhead and then stops right at this nice little mini barn, I'll call it. It's still in pretty good shape. Current seller is using it for storage and just having a nice little place to keep things dry and kind of locked up when they're not here. We'll check that out in a second and keep moving towards the camper, and then we'll get inside that old camp. I mean, we're considering that to be a tear down, but you could grandfather in so your new building is just as close to the water as this one is currently sitting. And if you really feel like renovating, we'll just give you an idea of what that inside layout looks like. So without further ado, let's go check her out. So we've made it down the driveway here. We are on site of the little mini barn. Pretty good condition. You know, it depends on how much work you want to put in or what you want to use this for. Right now, current seller is just using it for kind of storage and being able to lock things up. And as you can see here, we got a pretty good little frame. Nothing's too rotted out or not too much water damage or anything. So it's just something simple you can use while you're on site. Power is right here. Clearly it's working. Currently hooked up to the fifth wheel camper. Nice little pad here that the seller made for their camper. So that's really nice to have, especially for people that may be moving here and moving out on a seasonal basis. All right, one of my little favorite parts. Right out in front of us here is actually an island. The bigger part of Bowley Brook is on the other side. So we'll walk across here and go check that out. But beautiful little section of the brook that comes through here. As you're sitting down, hanging out, either on your camper in a cabin, you can just hear that babbling of the brook. It's really calming. Can't hear any traffic or anything up on the road. At least it's not right now. There's nobody driving by. It's a pretty low-key road. Not many people are driving through there. As you can see here, I mean, there's our old camp. That's probably about 50 feet away from the brook here. Got some super fun suspended tents and stuff over there. See if we can make this happen, but we'll go over to the other side of the island. Really private, nobody left or right, nobody over on this other side of the brook. This is a couple thousand acres that the seller actually owns on this side of the brook, so that'll never be developed or anything like that. And then this is what we're talking about. This looks awesome. So we're here on the main part of Bowley Brook, and it is running hot right now. Got some white water. Chili doesn't know what to do in it, but bigger section of water here. Really private, nice and quiet. Direct access into thousands of acres of undeveloped woodland. Loving it. Check her out. Alrighty, people, we'll see if I can make it across without crashing and burning. We do have 2,700 feet of water frontage here on Bowley Brook. As you saw, this is just a little kind of cutoff of it. This is a little island behind me, and the main brook is on the other side of that. So 2,700 feet, a lot of room to play, a lot of room to swim, a lot of room to fish. Absolutely beautiful the way that it's set up. We do have about 2,100 feet also of road frontage on School Street, which we came off of. And a little bit about this old beat up cabin that is either going to be a complete tear down or you'll grandfather, you know, its footprint into being that close to the water. Typically these areas are 75 to 100 feet of setback from the water. But this place, as you can see, there's electric that's going to it, that's still working, and that's what's plugged up into the camper. There was an old septic system that was in here and a dug well up at the top of the property. From what we understand and know, the septic system is probably shot. That's going to need to be replaced. And the dug well can probably be used for a little while, but if you're going to be looking to build something more full-time or upgraded, then likely you'll have to do a drilled well. But your electric's already in. Take care of your septic, take care of the well, you're good to go, unless you don't want to pump it out of the brook there. Quick tour of the inside. We're getting towards the end of that rough road that kind of extends off the driveway here. Where we are now, kind of the road dead ends. You can see right here the seller actually started digging out and creating a pond that would be down here on this half of the property. School Street is right above us. You can see that it's, again, we are in the valley. That's probably 100 feet in elevation more than where we're at right now. Still quiet, still super pretty. And as you can see, when we kind of go over this way, some really great views of where Bowley Brook actually comes and splits this property kind of in half and creates this island that's right across here. But you know, right here is a really gorgeous view of Bowley as it comes down. Then it splits this island this way, and the main part stays over on that side, but looks really cool. Well forested, some mature trees up in here, not a timber lot. You're not really pulling much wood value or anything like that off the property, but there are some maples, there are some oaks, looks like some 16-inch hardwood trees around. Another quick little fun fact, right above us here, less than a quarter mile up the river, is what they call Hildress Mills, which is some really gorgeous waterfalls that in the springtime are just going crazy, and it's really a sight to see. So you could easily walk through your property and up to the waterfalls and check those out. All right, we are standing at the flying V of this brook, essentially creating the island that we've been crossing and looking at for the other videos here. But the main part of the brook is over here on the left side. And as you kind of scroll through here, you can see some nice white water, small little waterfalls, and down there a little bit more, there's some bigger still water, deep holes. So good little fishing, little swim holes, things like that. But it's nice and loud, and it is an awesome brook, and a lot of fun can be had here for sure. Alrighty, beautiful people, we hope you enjoyed this tour of 461 School Street here in the unorganized township of the Perkins Plantation. We got 19.71 gated acres. We got 2,700 feet of water frontage on Bowley Brook. We got a beautiful driveway already put in. We got power run down here. We got an old dug well at the top of the property. We got a septic tank or septic system that likely needs to be replaced but is on the property. We got pretty much a tear down cabin, either that or a grandfather footprint to be nice and close to the water. We have plenty of privacy down here. Don't see any neighbors, don't hear any neighbors. And right across the brook here, we got a couple thousand acres of timberland that will remain undeveloped. So this is a great property for somebody that's looking to hunt and fish, snowmobile, four-wheel, recreate. Really great recreational property, especially with our location to Webb Lake right down the road. If you guys are interested, shoot us a message, 603-568-2475. Let us know what you think. To see more of our videos, please subscribe to our channel, and let us know what questions you have and what you think of this beautiful property down here in the Perkins Plantation. Until then, Real Estate Cowboy signing off.